I reckon this was the last good album from 1989, The Stone Roses, their first album, The Stone Roses. Or did they have one album before that? I don't know, but this one, 1989. And in fact, I think they're the last great band, and even the last great pop artists, or whatever you might call them, which is a bit sad when you think it's 1989. I mean, Hugh Cornwell agreed with me in 1984 because I remember hearing him on a radio show. He was the lead singer of the Stranglers. Yeah, he said the last decent album was The Stone Roses. That was before Oasis. A lot of people, of course, who like Stone Roses like Oasis, but I'm not really a big fan of theirs. I find there's, even though I do like their stuff, but I've never wanted to buy it or really listen to it, you know. I mean, to me it's sort of nursery rhymish, you know, but really well done. In a way that resonates with my brain or whatever, but not enough. And I've heard that concert they done, I heard it through a neighbour actually, the whole concert, but you know, I could hear it from their house, but it sounds really good. I've seen bits of it, but yeah, onto the Stone Roses, 1989, maybe Taylor Swift was influenced by this as well, who knows. No, actually, I think that was her year of birth, but yeah, I think this was the last decent album. Here's how my brain developed to do with music. Beatles in the 60s. For me, the 60s is the most amazing decade ever. Well, from what I can think back of in history, you know, like the last 100 years or whatever. I think the 20s were probably quite, you know, for all that Charleston and all stuff. But in terms of liberation, free expression, the rise of the left, you know, flower power, especially 65 to 70, you know, because when you think of the Beatles in 1962, they were still using, they went from black and white to colour. And then their first thing was they were using a 2-track on their first album. I mean, that's incredible. And when they were doing TV shows, the TV cameras were the big, massive things that stayed still, you know. So it really looked like they were from the 50s, even 1962 or 63, but then you went from 65 to 70, you went from black and white to colour, and just liberation, you know. So, but the ironic thing is, I was a year zero thingy for the Sex Pistols, so I didn't really pay attention. In fact, I hated hearing 60s on the radio, you know, because to me it was tinny music, you know. Even though I knew all the Beatles singles, which I thought were really good, you know, I didn't pay much attention to them. I had a cousin that had all their albums and that, but I didn't really bother. But for me, the Sex Pistols were the ground zero, you know, year zero, I should say, which is ironic because I think it was 1976, which was the year of Pol Pot, you know, just ironic. Then on to the Jam in about 78, 79. Then on to the Smiths and Pauls in the 80s, mostly 80s. And then finally the Stone Roses. And then when you get to them, I'm thinking, oh, I wonder who's next. Well, who's next? Nobody's next. That's it. And by the way, that doesn't mean Taylor Swift's album. And that's the year of this album, the Stone Roses, which I'm going to talk about now. Yeah, I can't recall when I first heard them because at that time I wasn't, well, just a casual interest in music. I didn't really listen to it much or buy records. But this, for some reason, I was driven to, and I bought it on a Friday. And when I listened to it, I thought this is incredible, but I fell asleep. So I was really tired. But yeah, every single track, you know, was just incredible. And I think like good music is like Christmas carols if you get it right. And if you get it wrong, it's like nursery rhymes, you know. Happy Birthday to You is not a nursery rhyme, but I find that a really annoying song. But whereas Silent Night, it's an outstanding song, you know, and it's very basic. I mean, some nursery rhyme, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star's pretty good, you know, but I think that's the sort of way I'm using that as my judgment, you know. So if you can get a Christmas carol vibe, yeah, cause can you get a bad Christmas carol? I don't think I can. Every single one of them, whether fast or slow, you know. So 1989, so I listened to this. I don't even know how I knew them. I think I must have heard Fool's Gold through at the pub, people playing it in the video, or the jukebox and that, you know. And Fool's Gold is an incredible song, you know. I still like it today. I thought it was still one of my all-time favourites, but I've drifted away. I mean, at the moment, my all-time favourites are Start by the Jam and Taxman by the Beatles. And I was really late to the Beatles. You know, I'm talking about 5 or 10 years, maybe just 5, 6, 7 years ago. Really, I got really into them, and I'm embarrassed that I wasn't as appreciative of them way back. I don't know why that was. Maybe it's because Sex Pistols were like a different wave. You know, I didn't even know Led Zeppelin and that. You know, like Led Zeppelin done the theme tune to Top of the Pops, and I thought it was alright, but I didn't know it was them. And it's ironic because they never appeared in Top of the Pops and hardly released a single, which I think was a great way to think. You know, that shows that they were thinking more artistically rather than being a pop star or financially, you know. And the same goes for the Beatles as well. I think they hardly appeared in Top of the Pops, not sure. And they were the first ones to do videos and that, but the Beatles are incredible. They're like Shakespeare, you know. I'm amazed I was so ignorant of them, especially since my cousin had all their albums. You know, he wore a black tie to school when John Lennon died. He was killed, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah. So I'm a bit embarrassed, but I'll just talk about this just now. To me, this is a last good album. Others would say Oasis, but nah, for me it's the Stone Roses. And even Liam said that, you know, Liam Gallagher, in the Stone Roses documentary, when they made a comeback, he said, best band to come out of Manchester. He said that to Manny, who's the bass player, I think that's him now. Yeah. So I don't really know how I knew him. Fool's Gold's probably the only way, which I thought was outstanding. So, I mean, it is strange because, like I say, the 60s, especially 65 to 70, were incredible. Then in the 70s, everything branched out, but it was still interesting, you know, you had heavy metal came along. The genres were still good. I mean, you had things like Neil Young and that, which I didn't like, or whatever, you know, when he appeared on Live Aid, I was thinking, who's this strange little guy? Although I think I did know him roughly, but, you know, Crosby, Stills and Nash, that sort of thing was like the opposite to music to me, you know what I mean? But probably I'd quite like them now, you know, or only a bit though. I think I'd probably like some of the Neil Young sort of stuff. Don't like them saying that the other day in an interview, saying that one of his things from the 70s is fantastic, one of his albums. You know, Pink Floyd, they were a mystery to me. The only one I knew was The Wall. Yeah, Teach Along, Leave Our Kids Alone. Because I got to #1 because they never released singles either, really. Yeah. So these were all mysteries to me, so I was still ignorant. I mean, I don't think I heard Stairway to Heaven until I was about 20 or something, from somebody else. I didn't have a clue who it was. So I was pretty ignorant, really. I sort of liked punk, although really just the Sex Pistols and the Jam. They don't really, didn't class themselves punk. Maybe a bit of the Stranglers, Clash, but not really identity-wise. But Sex Pistols until, I mean, Sex Pistols today are still probably my favourite band. Holidays in the Sun, Pretty Vacant, God Save the Queen. That trio, you know, incredible, I still think. So that along with Taxman by the Beatles and Start by the Jam. Although the Jam, all the things, Dreams of Children, Going Underground, absolutely outstanding, incredible. I mean, when the Jam finished, you just thought, well, another band's going to come along now, you know, but they didn't, really, apart from the Stone Roses. So they only really done 2 albums I know of. This one, which is, every song is absolutely outstanding, and the next one, which had some good ones, not so good. But I mean, 10 Story Love Song's just as good. And then they done this thing called One Love in 1991, which I thought was outstanding as well. Incredible. They just had a groove, you know. I don't know what it was. There was like a jam. I mean, Ian Brown said, the lead singer said that. He says, when you hear these guys jamming together, it's totally incredible. I mean, Rennie the drummer, he seems a bit unstable, and I always get the feeling he's probably the one who broke up the band just by the way he acts, you know. There's something up with him. What a drummer he is. He's possibly the best drummer I would think ever, you know. Just sort of rhythm things he comes up with percussion wise, incredible. But he seems to be a right nuisance. So yeah, and I remember Ian Brown saying, I remember when he just used to really use the snare and bass drum really, and maybe probably the hi-hat, which is like most people stuff. But then he's mixing everything up. It's incredible sound the whole way through. I mean, it's not like a normal Western drumming, you know what I mean? It's sort of almost, you know, Arab or some other, that uses lots of percussion, because I like these sort of things, you know, maybe even African, you know. And then Rennie's bass line's absolutely outstanding in the sound. Is that his name? Not Manny. Just incredible. And it's funny because he played with another band that I was never really into, you know. I don't know, but in this, it's just so musical. Even if they didn't have I think that's the same as the Sex Pistols, even if they didn't have a lead singer, but Sex Pistols are the best lead singer of all time, because he brought a brand new type of singing, which only is unique really. He's the only one who really does it. And with this one, yeah, I've heard Ian Brown say he feels it, people have said to him it's like a sort of choir boys type thing, you know, it's really, oh yeah, it's incredible. You know, there's no vibrato or anything, yeah, that sort of stuff. And then John Squire's guitar playing is one of my favourite guitarists, you know, just so melodic, and it's like the Birds or something, you know, that sort of vibe to me. Oh yeah, it's just incredible, that vibe. And I don't know, people are saying it was between John and Ian in the band split up, so I don't know. I mean, John seems alright to me, but who knows, you know, he's an artist, he done the art cover for the front. Yeah, but what an incredible thing. It's produced by John Leckie, who I know he done Simple Minds in the early days. He's done a lot of great ones, I think. Who did he do? No, he done the Radiohead, I think. They're great albums. Songs written by John Squire and Ian Brown. I've never really read this before, you know. Back then they had CDs at the time, but I was a latecomer. You know, it's funny because vinyl's back now. I wonder if this is worth anything. I doubt it. But yeah, just an incredible album. So let's see. You got Rennie on drums, backing vocals, incredible. One of the best drummers. I mean, Pete Townshend wanted him for his band, but he said no. This is when they were up and coming. And thinking this. Gary Manfield on bass, that's Manny. That's what he's doing, isn't it? John Squire on guitar, and Ian Brown on vocals, all from Manchester area. I think they got back together in 2012 or something. I think it was Manny's mother died or something. I think one or two of the others attended the funeral. I don't know why. Maybe they knew her as well, probably. And that's how they got back together. I think 2011 or whatever it was. And they did bring out a couple of singles the same time. The second one I thought was alright. The first one was just a bit too twee. You know, I don't know how you see it, but it was almost good. It was still good quality, good vibe, good jam. But the lyrics and song wasn't satisfying, you know. So yeah, so let's go. I want to be adored. What a way to start, you know. They were always very big in Glasgow area. That's where they came back to when they came back the second time round in the 2010s. They kept coming to Hampton, I think, didn't they? Because the first time round they came to what do you call it, Glasgow Green, in a big tent, and I was at it actually. I can't even remember anything about it. I don't know why, but I was at it. I think it was outstanding, but although the sound wasn't good from what I remember. But I don't remember anything about it, so not that I was drunk, I just don't remember it. Yeah, you know, she bangs the drums, very quick thingy. Again, totally satisfying in every way. Melody, I suppose they're a melody-based band, but they happen to have a great percussionist drummer as well, and then the bass player comes in there, so absolutely perfect, you know. If they were just an instrumental band, they'd be perfect, but Ian Brown's choice of keeping it simple, keeping it sort of, well, he'd say choir like, I don't know about choir like, which is ironic because I don't have that vibe with them at all. They're really cool as well, you know. Although I didn't know much about them, because like they done a 1989 album on Silvertone and fell out with them. They tried to go on one of the big things, they did get on, but they had a contractual thing and they couldn't do anything for 4 years or something. And then Rennie finally left, but they went on a wee bit longer, but yeah. And then Waterfall, possibly that's my favourite, just so satisfying. Yeah, it's that sort of Christmas carol thing, just simple but really melodically delightful, you know, the electric guitar sound. The choice of guitar was a Gibson or something, that sort of Gibson vibe, rather than a Fender. To me anyway, I don't know enough about them. The Gibsons are more softer, creamier, I would call it, like Sex Pistols, Steve Jones uses a Gibson, you know, and he gets that sort of military, sort of soft sound, you know, it's soft and also powerful, you know. Don't stop. I can't think of this one actually. I'm sure I'll definitely like it anyway. Bye Bye Bad Man, yeah. Yeah, it's just good the way it slows down. It's slow and then it picks up fast, it slows down. Just so interesting, you know. Elizabeth My Dear, just sort of short song. It's reminding me about the Beatles, the last one they done for Abbey Road, you know, Paul McCartney one about Her Majesty's blah blah. It's just a little thing. I don't know what point they were trying to make. Maybe it was a sort of anti-royal thingy. I wasn't really bothered about it, you know. At that time that wasn't really controversial, and it isn't now either, but Sugar Slim's Sister, yeah, it's good. It's not one of my big ones, but yeah, I mean, every one of these I'd be happy to hear this whole album anytime, you know. Made of Stone, yeah, it's alright. A lot of the songs seem to be go a bit slow and then for the chorus maybe speed up, you know, really mix it up, you know. As musicians and instrumentalists, they're fantastic. I'm guessing they can't read music or anything, you know, but I wonder who this guy is, you know, they decided to put him in the thing. Probably just one of the roadies that was really close to him, you know. Shoot you down, yeah. Just speeds up again as well. Goes slow and then speeds up, yeah, fantastic. This is the one, yeah. And then this is my favourite, probably I Am the Resurrection, especially the instrumental bit at the end, which I think is one of the greatest things of all time. And in fact, I'm not having a funeral, but if I was, I'd probably have that playing, the instrumental bit of that as the coffin was going down into the fire, you know, because it's just so, it's one of the best instrumentals of all time in my opinion. So that's a bit like 8 minutes long, one, but the instrumental's like 4 minutes or something, or 3 minutes. just incredible even just to listen to the instrumental and that. So it's just so fast and oh my goodness, it's outstanding really. It's frenetic. It's John Squire's just such an interesting guitarist, and then like I say, the drummer's incredible sort of percussion as well, just the vibe, and then the bass player's just really right in there. Yeah, it's just so satisfying, that's the only way I can sort of say it. Yeah. Yeah, and John Squire's an artist, so he done this. I think it's based in sort of Jackson Pollock style thing. Just incredible artwork, just, I mean, it's the sort of thing I would want to do, and he's still doing that to this day. For most of the last 30 years he's been doing his art rather than playing guitar, and just so satisfying. I don't know what the limbs mean. I think I saw something about it, I don't remember now. But yeah, that's the kind of thing I'd like to do as an artist, yeah. So that's me. I've not known a good band since then, or a good thing. I mean, there's been some that have good singles or whatever, like Salt and Pepper or Oasis, yeah, and Waterfall and that. I've never really been a big fan of them. A lot of people would maybe probably go for Oasis as the last great band, but I wasn't really, they didn't really have it for me. But even amongst Oasis fans, they say the first two albums, or even the first album, I think the second one was a big one, but some say the first album, I don't know, but and after that they lost it. I mean, they still have this sort of vibe, and I actually like listening to them, talking, but I mean, when I say that, I wouldn't mind if I didn't hear them of them again or whatever, but I mean, I remember 4 years ago, Noel Gallagher said something like, I'm fed up with all this woke nonsense or something, and I remember thinking at the time, that's unfinished, it's going to be completely cancelled, but luckily for him, it was just before it started sort of turning, when did it start turning? It started turning, maybe that Irish referendum or the vote in Scotland, that Nicola Sturgeon couldn't get through, or maybe that was the start of the turn, I don't know, and then Elon Musk buying Twitter or whatever. Yeah, but it's amazing. For me, there's not really been any, I mean, there's people that are outstanding, quality stuff, but it's not stuff I want to listen to, And then we had all those X Factor years, or the Pop Idol or whatever, Yeah, just didn't, yeah. So that was me, 1989, it finished there. And I have sort of broadened out since then, but like for the Beatles and for the 70s, that's ironic. I think that 65 to about 84, I would say, was the incredible years of music, because 84, you still had electric sort of stuff to come through, say in 81, Romantic and that. That was sort of the last big thing. Because then rap came along and house music. House music was the one I remember really. I mean, I knew about rap because of Sugar Hill Gang and that, but rap was the one that sort of took off. No, house music and then rap, I would say. The house music I can connect with. And that's the way also the structure of the thing, because you had discos in the past. But now you have dance music where you go and you can stand, you can go on your own and just stand dancing on your own, you can do that before. And that's a good thing, I think. Anyone can go to a dance, a rave or whatever, and just express yourself, it's almost like primary school again. Whereas at a disco, you had to dance with somebody else and that, and it was all stressful really, so that's good. But the actual music, it's almost just like a sort of a thing, a thing that doesn't really go anywhere, it's, I don't really know how to describe it, it's almost like a sort of drug, it's a drug to sort of get you in a trance or something, but it doesn't really work for me really, so for me I finished in 89, the melodic stuff. Yeah, alright, that's it, bye bye. The lyrics, I forgot something else I might talk about. The lyrics, they're alright, they're not great or anything, they don't have any meaning for me, but they're quite evocative. I would say for the sort of, remind me of myself, it's sort of that working class with whatever, bringing up whatever Kingsley State. They do have that sort of brain, maybe not well read, not read well at all. I mean, I'm not like Morrissey, who's the greatest lyricist of all time. Not like that, he's the greatest poet. But for me, Morrissey lost his mojo years ago, like, in terms of trying to fit his lyrics into songs that, I mean, sometimes hit or miss, but he really lost it after sort of Your Arsenal or something like that, Lazy Sunbathers, things like that were good. But yeah, the lyrics for the Stone Roses, they don't have much meaning for me, but they're quite nice to listen to, I don't think they have any meaning for them either, really. I don't really know what they're talking about. 10-story love song, One Love song, that's quite a good thing. It's like All You Need Is Love by the Beatles and that. I mean, they're better than Oasis, those lyrics are notoriously, well, not notoriously, but people don't seem to want them very much, like myself. His are sort of along the same vein as this, not very well read at the time anyway. I don't know what they read. Maybe they do, I don't, but so, it's not like Morrissey is sort of, is an artist. His lyrics are artistry in themselves, even if you've not heard any of the songs. So the lyrics didn't really have much meaning in that, but they're sort of, like I said, sort of almost lullaby type, Did I say that earlier? Was it Nursery Rhymes? I said earlier. You get Nursery Rhymes, lullabies, and Christmas carols. I think they get in the Christmas carol and lullaby area. I think Oasis one more important to be in, for me anyway, the Nursery Rhyme. Not always, I'm being unfair, always have been, I don't know why, but yeah, for me, like, this was the last best band anyway, best artist, really. And another thing I wanted to talk about was, I'll give a shout out for Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish. I mean, I'm not fancying them by the songs or whatever, but I think Taylor Swift's got a bit about her, which is funny because she went from country music, that's when she made a fortune, and switched into pop, but it's still listenable pop, but Billie Eilish is the one that I think's she's more interesting, so she's sort of interesting to me, but I've listened to the album once in the car, but the latest one, that's getting more interested about it, but I'm still listening to the Beatles, I'm talking back to it. Like I said, Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift are nowhere in my zone of what I listen to, but I'll give them a shout out for being sort of, I don't know, artists, I would call it, artists, rather than sort of a product or whatever, I don't know, it's not really anything. I know a lot of people like Radiohead and I never really like them that much, and I appreciate this one, the songs that people like in that album, that people like. Nirvana, I wasn't really a fan of theirs either, I appreciate it again, I understand why people like it, but it never really rang my bell or whatever you might call it, so yeah, that's it.